The views and opinions on this program are those of the producer and or those appearing on the program, and not necessarily those of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, the City of Fall River, or Comcast.
Hi, I'm Mike O'Sullivan, CEO of One South Coast Chamber, and I'm joined today on the One South Coast Chamber Business Connection by Katie Green, our Vice President of Marketing and Events. Welcome, Katie.
Thank you, Mike. We're back here for another month. Time is just flying by.
It really is. I mean, it seems like yesterday it was October of 25, and now all of a sudden we're going to be closing the first quarter of 26.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost it's the beginning of March now, but it's just crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about one of our business after hours that we had in September yesterday, and I thought, oh my gosh, we're 2 weeks away from that being 6 months ago,
Right.
which blew my mind because I feel like we were just there.
Right, which
Yeah.
means the crazy part is that means there's only six months till it comes up
Back
again.
there again, exactly.
And
Yeah.
it's amazing how fast the years are going. It just really is.
Yeah.
It makes me age that much quicker.
Well, you and me both.
But some of us age faster than others. Anyway, but it's great to have you here, and it's been really, the first couple months have been really busy, and we've had some
Yeah.
great events going on.
Yeah, we kicked off our biggest event of the year already, which was breakfast with the Lieutenant Governor, Kim Driscoll.
Yeah, that was fun. She's such a great, energetic speaker,
She was great.
and
yeah.
she really, she really can. She does a good job, holding the interest. But she's excellent at just explaining what's happening
Yeah.
at the state level, which sometimes is not necessarily as sexy as some people might like it to be. but it's important nonetheless. And there's a lot of things going on, and we've talked about many of them, but just having her here and being able to tell the story of what's happening in the state, and then being able to take some time and listen to what some of our members had to say,
Right.
are the important issues that are going on in the community as we speak.
Yeah.
So it's really good to have Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll here, and of course her staff's easy to work with.
They were
and
wonderful to work
It really
with.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked very well.
Yeah.
So we're really glad that we were able to have her, and there's so many of our members were just said what a great job she did.
Yeah, she's been down here quite a bit, but this was her first time with us. And then days after, we got hit with that huge blizzard, and she and the governor were spending a lot of time down here.
We were, 'cause, we got hit with more snow than anywhere else in Massachusetts, and I think Tiverton, Rhode Island, might have gotten a couple inches more, but within the state of Massachusetts, the 41 inches was a crazy amount of snow,
It was.
which led to them coming down to, see where they could help allocate state resources and things like that, and help the city deal with it, and really help the cities deal with it, because New Bedford as well had its challenges.
Right.
There's a lot of people who maybe weren't really happy, who live in the city. Took a few days to get plowed out, but it's the worst snowstorm that Massachusetts has ever seen in one day.
And to drive around the streets now, it's the warm weather and some of the rain has obviously helped with getting rid of all of that snow, but it's pretty amazing to see a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, how much snow we had and how little snow there is left at this point. So once we got our streets plowed and everything, the cleanup efforts were good. So
Yeah, and you could still see some people out there. I saw people this morning still, trying to chop away at the piles that are on street corners because you can't see around them and things like that. And that's the residents, not the workers. And that's just people, that's just people trying to do the right thing.
Right.
Not worrying about this, not worrying about, is DPW doing it or who's doing it? It's just it needs to be done, so they just try to get it done. And there was a lot of people like that who just took out their snow blowers and helped snow blow their own roads and things like that, which is,
That was one of my favorite things to hear about the storm, was all the neighborhoods coming together and everybody helping each other out, which was, it's nice to see in times like that.
Yep,
Yeah.
it certainly is.
All right, so we have some big exciting news.
Yes, the main, the main event, I'll call it.
Okay, I like it.
The celebrity dinner, but our main event, we did it last year, and we had Johnny Damon.
Yeah.
But
He
this
was
year,
fantastic.
Johnny did a fantastic job. But with all due respect to Johnny, I think all things considered with what's happened in the sporting world so far in 2025 and early 2026, I think we've got an even better celebrity this year. So why don't you tell us who it is?
We have a little drum roll. We need a little drum roll. All right, so this year we are excited to announce we will be joined by Adam Vinatieri. He has just been inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame 2026. We are pumped about this one.
Yeah, he's going to be fantastic. He really is. And timing with the success of the Patriots this year, we know they didn't win the Super Bowl, but holy cow, this time last year, if anybody said that we'd be talking about the Patriots being in the Super Bowl, they would have said we were crazy.
Yeah.
So it's been a great year for the Patriots, obviously a great year for Adam Vinatieri and his family being elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And, and of course, he's right smack in the middle of some of the greatest moments in Patriots history. Kick a few game-winning field goals in the Super Bowl. And really, he had a great career with the Pats, and we're really excited to have him.
Yeah, four-time World Series. I'm
Super
still stuck
Bowl.
on Johnny Damon, Super Bowl champion. I'm interested to see what he has to say about what does it feel like in that moment, right, when it's all kind of coming down to you at this point, and you've got to make this kick a good one.
Yeah.
What kind of pressure must that feel like?
I'm sure he's going to tell us it's incredible pressure, but I haven't met him yet, but people say he's very calm.
Yeah.
So in those moments he's calm, which I guess you need to be.
You got to get in the zone.
Yeah, you get in that zone, but he never missed. He never missed in those key moments in the playoffs and in the Super Bowl. So it's just amazing. I'm really looking forward to hearing and talking with him, and it's going to be a great event.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about how the event works. So we're having it at Venus de Milo on Wednesday, May 20th. 6 p.m. is when it starts. And we have Adam come into the room, and we'll have a dinner first, and then we hop into the program portion of it. So we're still working out some of the logistics with his team and everything. But if it's anything like last year, which we anticipate it should be, you and Adam will have a nice fireside chat, which is cool.
It's very cool. It's, to be able to just kind of sit down with, these celebrities. And of course, I've been a huge sports fan my entire life. I root for the Patriots most of the time when they're playing. Not when they play the Eagles, but other than that, I root for the Patriots over any other NFL team. So when you've lived in this area long enough, you become a fan. So I'm looking forward to that. But the format is fun because it's really conversational. There may be some questions or some, we may have some really predetermined questions. But it really just becomes a conversation based on his answers and and what's happened over the years, and we can ask him just about anything, and it'll be a really good conversation.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, he's going to do a great job.
He will. So after the meet and greet, after the fireside chat, we have a meet and greet at the end of the night. So anybody who buys a ticket can meet Adam, and we'll have photos available for sale for him to autograph, and you'll be able to take a picture with him. And then in between all of that is the main reason why we do this event, and it's the Celebrity Scholarship Dinner. So we'll be awarding some scholarships to some local deserving students. We're working on a scholarship, so as of now, but when this airs, we will have them live on our website. So if you're interested in learning more about the scholarships that we have available, you can visit onesouthcoast.com/celebritydinner. So there's going to be a link right on that page, and that will have the application to download.
Yeah, it's going to be a great night, and of course, there's going to be some students who are going to walk away with scholarships, which makes it even better. And
they'll be presented the scholarships by Adam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you. Can't forget you.
Well, by Adam.
We're also going to have some great raffles. We had some really cool prizes last year when we had Johnny Damon. Axis Bats had donated some custom bats with Johnny stats on them for us that Johnny autographed. So we're going to have some football memorabilia this year that will be autographed by Adam, and that will be up as part of our silent auction.
Yes.
And we did a raffle last year for a Johnny Damon jersey, so this year we're going to raffle off an Adam Vinatieri signed jersey.
Looking forward to that.
Me too, me too.
Looking forward to that.
I think a lot of people are going to be looking forward to the opportunity to meet him, especially with him just being inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this was a big year for him and for his family and for the Patriots, because it's not every year you get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
No.
And it's not a given. The way the voting for the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the way it works, it makes it not a given. I mean, Robert Kraft didn't get in, Bill Belichick didn't get in, Adam Vinatieri did get in, which he is well deserved.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest kickers in the history of the game, and we're looking forward to that. It really is going to be a great night.
It will be. It will be. So we want to make sure that if you are interested in this, though, get your tickets early.
Yes.
Because once it sells out, it sells out.
Exactly.
And again, for all of the information on this event, you can visit onesouthcoast.com/celebritydinner, or you can scan that QR code that's right on your screen right now. And that will take you directly to the website. That will have the scholarship information. Scholarship deadline submission is Friday, April 17th. So just be aware of that. And it's open to any high school senior or anyone currently enrolled in a post-secondary institution.
Yeah. And Venus de Milo, as usual, they're going to do a great job.
Yeah.
They're going to do a great job. So
yeah.
We're looking forward to it. The food's always delicious, and it'll really, everything about it is just lining up to be a wonderful night.
Yeah, and make sure you're following us on our socials as well, because we're going to have a lot of updates on there about the event as things progress, and some fun surprises in store for sure. Okay, we've got a lot going on this spring. We've really hit the ground running, and all the events are kind of snowballing.
It's snowballing because we had to push a bunch of things back a week.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Because of the snow. Yes.
It's like a snowplow came and took everyone's calendar and just shoved it back.
Yeah.
7 days, and it's been a little hairy trying to get some things scheduled, trying to keep some of it in March. Some of it is being pushed as far away as June. Just trying to make it work and fit it in. It's when you do 90 to 100 events a year, depending how you count them, that's tight.
A lot going on.
That's tight.
Yes, it certainly is. So our next event that we have coming up is the job fair. This is our spring one. We do 2 a year, a spring and a fall, and that's going to be Thursday the 19th over at White's from 9 to 2.
That's always a great opportunity for the folks who are looking for jobs.
Yeah.
And it's a great opportunity for folks who need to hire people. Because hiring hiring in these days is tough. Even though the unemployment rates along the South Coast are usually higher than they are in other parts of the state and the other regions of the state, it's still really hard to find good people. It's still hard for those folks that are not working to find the right jobs
Right.
and the job training and all of those kinds of things. It's not the same as it was even like 2, 3, 4 years ago. Certainly not the way it was like 7 to 10 years ago. The way hiring is, it's just
Right.
it's just totally different. I mean, we just we just had Dorothy Botello retire after 46 years, and we hired Nicole Morris, who is it has been great, but she's only been with us for like 6 weeks, and it took over 6 months to really be able to get the right person. And we ended up actually using an HR firm to help us, because it just, like, the normal standard ways of advertising and getting resumes in, it wasn't working the way it used to. So we used DJP, Right Fit Recruiting.
Yeah, Deborah Parent.
Deborah Parent and Kate
Gonzalo.
Yes, thank you. I was going to butcher that. And they did it, and Kate really handled it, and they did a fantastic job. But it's just different. So it's important to get out there and be at these job fairs on both sides, because you can meet people, and you never know, if you meet the right person, there could be a career in it.
Right, absolutely. So if you're looking for a new not you. Not him.
I'm not going anywhere.
But if you're looking for a new opportunity, make sure you join us on Thursday the 19th of March at Whites of Westport from 9 to 2. We're going to have free headshots available for anybody who's looking for one, from Juliana from Juilliard Photography, which is always great. There will be translation services as well, Spanish and Portuguese. And we have to thank our sponsors who help us put this on, Lifestream and Mass Hire of Greater New Bedford. And then we also partner with Mass Hire of Fall River. So the Mass Hire teams do a really great job of pumping this out to their network of individuals who are looking for employment. So we're gonna have a great turnout. It'll be a good day. And we still have tables available for any employers who are looking to hire. So reach out, visit our website at onesouthcoast.com. If you click on the events, you'll find the job fair on there, and that will also have a list of all the employers that are currently signed up to be there. Yeah,
or ask if you see any of us out, ask us, or you can reach out to Cliff Hattery specifically.
Yeah. Or email us at info@onesouthcoast.com.
And we'll make sure we get the answers to the questions. Yeah. But it's always a great vibe. It's a fun place. It's just a good event. Anytime you get all those employers together, and many of them all work in HR, they know each other.
Right.
It's a good event.
Yeah, yeah. So let's fast forward to April 27th. It's a Monday. It's going to be a chamber weather day.
It'll be 72 degrees and sunny.
That's right, because it's our annual golf tournament.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And this year, go ahead.
Oh, no, you go.
No, I was going to say, this year it's at Allendale Country Club.
We haven't been there
in Dartmouth.
In my tenure, we haven't been there. So.
Yeah, we haven't, since I've been here, we haven't been there. I think before we merged, a year or two before we merged, when the South Coast Chamber, or New Bedford area chamber did it, I think they were there once, but it's probably close to 10 years since we've been at Allendale.
Yes, we're excited. Actually, after we're done filming this, I'm going to head over there and do a little walkthrough of the space. So that's going to be on Monday, April 27th at 8:30 a.m. is the shotgun start. We'll have registration at 7:30. But one of the important things that we do, we have to mention, this golf tournament, part of the proceeds go towards funding scholarships that will be presented at the celebrity dinner. And then the other important part of this golf tournament are the people who we are awarding with the Community Impact Awards.
Yes, two great people, two really, really great people. Nicholas L. Christ, who's now the Chief Operating Officer at Bay Coast Bank. And for those who, I've even though we've promoted it on social media and you can see his picture, this is what some folks refer to as young Nick Chris.
Young Nick.
And he's this year he was named the Chief Operating Officer of Bay Coast Bank, but he's been he was born and raised in Fall River, and he's always active in the community, does an enormous amount with the Fall River Lions and so many other organizations. So we're very happy to be able to honor Nicholas L. Christ. And then Ann Tangen, who is the president and CEO of Bank 5. So we've gone out on a limb and we've taken two of our greater regional community banks, and we're honoring leaders from both of them at this time. And Ann is all over the place. I have seen her. I've seen her in the last year. I've seen her with just leadership roles in so many different different categories of the community. She's all over banking with Mass Bankers Association, and I forget the name of the organization, but there's also a New England Bankers type association. But she's involved with the South Coast Community Foundation. She's involved with the South Coast Health President's Council, and I'm not sure all the roles. I just know she's heavily involved. So I'm not going to try to butch that, but.
When does she sleep is the question.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really good question, because she just does a great job, and she's. I'm not sure how long Ann's been there now. Maybe 6 years.
Actually, I read in her bio, I believe it is 6 years. She started in 2020.
So
I'm almost positive.
That was a good guess. Yeah, she started the year we merged. I thought that's what happened. I thought it was like somewhere in that year where we had merged or were about to merge that Bill Eccles had retired and she had come on board. So, but Ann's what a wonderful lady. So we're really proud to have two great leaders of two of many great regional community banks along the South Coast, to be able to honor them for all the great work and volunteer work and just their community work that they do. It's great to have folks like that and be able to tie it into our golf tournament. It really is it works really well. Yeah.
And our golf tournament is not just for members, it's for anyone who would like to play. And you can find information out about our golf tournament at onesouthcoast.com. So again, that's Monday, the 27th of April. It's going to be, what did you say, 72?
72 degrees.
72 degrees.
Shorts weather. It's going to be the first day of the year that you can wear shorts on the golf course, that it'll be absolutely justified.
All right.
I know others will in March or early in April will have worn shorts, but it might still be a little chilly.
Yeah.
But the 27th is the day you can come, wear your shorts, and have a great day.
Yeah. We're putting it out there to manifest it, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. We're working on it.
Yeah. And we also have tea signs available. So it's not just individuals and foursomes, there are tea signs available as well. Hopping into June now, our legislative luncheon. This is an annual luncheon that we do with our with the local delegation. That's going to be Friday, June 5th over at Rachel's Lakeside. That's a really great event. We have a lot of legislators that come and speak.
This is one of those that, sometimes, I said it earlier, but sometimes some folks may say, oh, these legislative things are not as sexy as, or not as interesting sometimes. But this one's this is a really good one, because, when you look at the entire South Coast, depending exactly how you count it, we have about 10 folks in the legislature, counting both the House and the Senate. And we've got Republicans, we've got Democrats, and of course fewer Republicans and Democrats, but that's that's neither here nor there at this point. But really, we get it's one of the events that the legislators really enjoy coming to.
Right.
And that's not me making it up. That's what they tell me. They really enjoy coming to that one because it's a really good discussion. We start off with a few, predetermined questions on some of maybe the more hotter topics at the moment. But then we also take many questions from the audience. Yep. And we usually get some really, really good ones. A few years ago, when housing really had just started to become a hot topic, somebody asked a question, and then I think 90% of the event turned into talking about housing and the 8 or so different perspectives of it. But it actually got to be a little bit much talking about housing that day, but it was very interesting because that's just how hot the topic was. And it's a good opportunity for people to ask questions of all of the different different legislators. And of course, like you've got folks who are leaders in different committees and different caucuses and things like that. So it's very, being that it covers the entire South Coast, you've got leaders like Senator Rodericks, you've got leaders like Carol Fiola and Tony Cabral, and last year when the energy question came up, everybody turned to Mark Sylvia, even though at the time he was a freshman. But in his earlier career, he was, I forget his exact title, but in the Deval-Patrick administration, he was very actively involved in energy. So he is, I think he's the most knowledgeable of the energy challenges. And he did a great job as everybody sort of turned to him and let him talk. So you get a really good, diverse set of opinions and comments, and the questions, of course, are great. So it's really a good event at Rachel's Lakeside. And that's one of those ones that, we know the day before we're going to get 10 people calling us saying, can I get in, can I get in, can I get in?
That one always sells out. Yeah, we packed that room. So that is not available on our website yet, so save the date in the meantime, Friday, June 5th. And we'll be making more announcements about that as it gets a little bit closer. But again, as with all of our events, if you are interested, sign up early, because sometimes they sell out and there's only so much we can do. We can't always accommodate. So we want to make sure that we can get as many people in as possible. All right, so a couple quick events to talk about. Our networking events for March. On the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Is that your favorite holiday? It's mine.
It's right there.
There we go. Don't tell Ian. And I said it the other day. He was shocked. We were doing the podcast, and he went, "Wow!" And I said, "Why are you so shocked that I'm an Irish girl? It should be my favorite holiday." Anyway, the luck of the Irish.
He just doesn't get it.
He doesn't get it. Luck of the Irish is going to be with us on Tuesday the 17th over at the Cottages in Dartmouth for our March South Coast Business Builders Breakfast. You can register for that on our website. And our next Business After Hours is going to be Thursday the 26th of this month at Empire Ford. Well, it'll be our third year back there, I think. So
yeah, the Torres family always does a great job, whether it's at Empire Ford or it's over at Empire Hyundai.
Yeah.
They always do a great job with it.
They pack it in. A lot of people come to that one. So.
Yeah, it's always a really good one. And,
yeah.
And you can shop for a new car while you're
shop
there.
for a new car at the same time. So as always, you can visit onesouthcoast.com to register for these events. And don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. And it's available to listen wherever you get your podcasts at One South Coast Chamber.
I hear about the podcast all the time from family members that are not along the South Coast. They say you guys do a great job.
Well, thank you.
They always tell me that. So yeah, they do. They tell me great job. And they're always looking at the social media.
Good. That's what I want to hear.
They're always looking at it, and it's important,
Yeah.
But don't forget, Tuesday at 9 a.m., be looking out there for
the big reveal.
The big reveal on the celebrity dinner.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
Yes.